So I have shot nothing but Kodak Gold since this film has come out. So like, you know, put your money where your mouth was. I was like, okay, maybe I'll just shoot like personal work with it. But like I shot like full on paid work, and it's incredible. Like the grain is next to nothing. Because here's the thing, like they're not saying it's a pro film, right? Like it's a consumer film. So a consumer film to me says there's gonna be a considerable bit more grain. It's gonna have like a higher, like a more true to box speed ISO, because it's a consumer film. Like consumer film is made so that it like sits, because they expect you to like buy it, stick it in a drawer, then finally put it in your camera, take a couple shots, put that camera in a drawer, and then develop it like a year or two later. So it's, I guess the word is greener, like a greener banana. You know, they expect it to ripen later, but for the most part, it's phenomenal in my opinion. The color is great. So I shot these all on a Pentax 6.7 with a Cinelux f2 lens that's fixed. So like if I show you anything that's like direct sun, I was overexposing at least 3 stops like this. I know the exposure was not f2 at 1000. It was probably like f2 at 8000. So it's 3 stops over and it's totally fine. It works out really great. I love the color. I love the grain. This box right here contains prints of images that I shot that I liked between April 2022 and May of 2022. And there are still probably like 3 or 4 shoots that I haven't gone through yet and chosen my favorites and printed, right? Don't let your JPEGs grow up to be JPEGs. But it's warmer, which I really kind of like. It's got some kind of red undertones. It's kind of, in my opinion, this film looks like Portra 800, but at like $8.99 a roll versus, I don't know, what is Portra 800? It's like 15 bucks. It's like half the price, man. And when I can get results that look like this, I don't know that I'm going to shoot any other color negative film. I almost strictly always rate it at 200, and then I retract the bulb just because I don't want to be getting like sun hitting this from wherever. And then I face it I face it towards me, right? And I just take a reading, and whatever it says, that's what I shoot. Sometimes it'll be like a little bit over, sometimes it's a little bit under, but like I don't have the luxury of like 200th of a second or anything besides normal like shutter speeds, like 1,500, 250, 125, 60. So if it's over, cool. If it's under, cool. I shoot it and it turns out. It looks really nice. The skin tones are rather fantastic. I want to show you, here we go. Here's some really nice different skin tones. You know, it doesn't work just for Caucasian peeps, it works for both, which I think is kind of nice. So I told you I shoot this at 200, bulb in, like facing the camera, and I don't overexpose from there. However, because my camera, like this Cinelux, this Pentax outfit, right? I've got this Pentax 6.7 with this 110 fixed f2 lens. Right? There's no other options. I don't have the option f2.8, f4, it's f2 and f2 only. So there are times like this when I know I should be shooting like f2 at 2000 backlit is what the reading is giving me, but I'll just shoot it at f2 at 1000 and it works out. But when I shoot flash, I'm going to rate it at 200, right? Again, bulb in. I'm rating it and exposing it the same way. But in development, I have them push it a stop. Because I guess I haven't really done the test. I just know that if I shoot any color negative film at box speed, even with the bulb in facing the camera with flash, it's gonna be underexposed. Like Portra 400, I wanna rate at 200. Portra 160, I wanna rate at 100, you know? So I'm gonna rate this at 200, but then push it a stop, right? Which is this stuff. Euphoria looking. Here's some more examples of Kodak Gold rated at 200. Bulb in, facing the camera, and then push to stop. So all of these that I'm about to show you are all lit with just one light, like a Nikon SB80 with a, I don't know, I think maybe a 36-inch umbrella. But the color on this, it's phenomenal. It's so great. Like, if this isn't an infomercial for Kodak Gold, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, it's so nice. Okay, here's without, inside my studio with white walls. I mean, I think I have pretty much every skin tone to show you here, ranging from white to brown to black. Look at this little guy. It's great. I mean, I really like the ability to get true color renditions and having it lean a little warmer, right? Like, I don't want it to lean green. I don't want it to lean cyan. This is flash, right? Lewis doesn't read Playboys, but here's Lewis on the can reading Playboys. Again, I've overexposed it probably around 3 to maybe 4 stops. Anything past that, your whites are turning kind of like this magenta, pinky pink, and it's a little weird. I want to see how well this film pushes, so I'd like to explore the idea of shooting it, like rating it at 400, and then not overexposing, again, bulb in, facing the camera, and then pushing it a stop in the development. I need someone to please come up with an argument as to why you shouldn't be shooting this film. I can't think of any. And if I do come up with one, I'll make a video about it. But for now, I cannot. Price, color, grain. Pushability, works well in the studio, works well with all skin tones. Here's a downfall. Not a downfall, but so when this film, so I know for a fact this film came out or was in beta production September of last year, because they sent us film, right? And they wanted us to develop it in our dip and dunks versus our V50s. So the V50s are kind of like the machines that you see, V50, V30, V100s, whatever. The machines you would see at Costco, Walgreens, Walmart. You tape the film, you put the 120s in plastic canisters that are light tight, you tape it to the leader card, and you push it in and it develops, like there's just this thing that takes it through all the chemistry that it has to go through, right? That's those machines. Tim and Kodak sent us this film specifically to have it developed in the dip and dunks. And because of that, at the beginning, because they actually wanted to release this film, I believe in January. It's when they did the price jump for everything, but it got pushed back because of what was happening with the dip and dunks. We were seeing kind of like some streaking. So like anything that was like blank sky or anything that was like a blank canvas, you'd see these weird like there's nothing wrong with the development, but it was something wrong with the emulsion, that it was either too thin or there wasn't enough acetate or something like this that was leaving developing marks, which can be fixed in the wash. It just ends up being more work on the side of the like labs side. So when we get gold, we prefer to always send it through the roller transport machines because it comes out clean. There's no problems with it. When we send it through the dip and dunks, every once in a while, it's not always, but every once in a while, there'll just be some kind of residue on it and they need to rewash. So that is time consuming, but that's neither here nor there for someone who's shooting and sending it to a lab, because you'll never see those problems. Like your lab will, if that happens, they would rewash it, or they should rewash it and send you back clean scans. So that's the only downfall and why it was actually pushed back to March or April whenever it came out, because it was supposed to come out earlier, but they had problems with the emulsion. That's it. You have no other reason why you shouldn't be literally going and buying all the gold that you want and shooting it at pro shoots, yo.